carousels like these are popping off on LinkedIn, getting thousands of likes, which for LinkedIn is crazy. Now, try to build these is a nightmare. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to create and use this entire workflow, which I'll give you for free using n8n and templated to get an email every single morning, just like this one, with the caption that you're going to use and even the carousel pre-made just like this one here. Now all of this is using n8n and templated, and I'll even show you how you can use the API to do this on autopilot so you don't even have to click upload. So let's get into the build. So this here is n8n. If you don't know about it, you've been under a rock. Basically, it's an AI automation platform where we can build agents, which is what we've built today, an agentic AI workflow where it comes up with an idea of what to build today. It then creates a carousel description, generates an image for that carousel, uploads it to Drive, puts the permissions on so we can send it to templated, which is essentially like, think of Canva, but made for AI automation. It can integrate it with APIs, n8n, Make, Zapier, spreadsheets, and they've even just created an MCP option as well. Now today's that I've built here, I made this initially using the MCP server. I just screenshot this, guys, and I went to Claude and I just said, build this, and then it went away and built it for me. So if you want a video on that, let me know in the comments below. So then it'll go use templated, build that out, and then it'll turn it into a proper carousel, and then generate a caption and send me an email. So let's just run it, and then I'll show you what every step actually does so you can tailor it exactly to your needs. So execute the workflow down here, and there we go. So it'll start thinking of the ideas, then it'll go and start thinking about the carousel, generate the image, upload it. Boom, there we go. So let's check our emails, and here we go. We have the caption, which I like the style of this, it looks cool. Then we have our carousel here, and it's created an image as well and filled out these 3 points. Boom, perfect. So what's actually happening here? Let me rejig this. So the first thing we do here is it's a click, right? So this is how we're executing the workflow. If you wanted to run it with a trigger, so this here would run every day at midnight, for example, you just connect that up here, then you can delete that, but make sure you run this. Change this from inactive to active. Now, first thing we have here is an ideas agent. You'll notice that the idea and carousel agent both use Google Gemini. Now, I just got them using the same one because they're going to be using it at different points, so they'll never overlap. So it works perfect. Now, idea agent, we have a simple prompt, find what's trending in AI today using Perplexity. And I've just told it the Perplexity model will search for you, because if you don't have that in, it will sometimes say, oh, I don't know what to do. So just, figure that out. Here, simple, n8n, the middle is the settings, the left is the input, and the right is the output. So here you can see the output, and this is from, you can have schema, table, or JSON, and this is from the AI. So here's what's trending, blah, blah, blah. Cool. So we have our trending using this Perplexity to search, because what this does is it actually uses your Perplexity account to sign up. Literally just go get your API key, super simple on Perplexity. If you simply go to perplexity.ai and then go to your account, API keys, which is down here, and then you just simply generate one here, and then you can bring that over and you can put it in here. And that'll be you signed up to use Perplexity. Now, Perplexity will just allow you to then search the internet nice and easily and have a really good way to search. So instead of using a browser and relying on Gemini, you can rely on Perplexity, which is like one of the best for searching. So here it will come up with an idea, and we'll pass that idea into our carousel agent. So if we open up this, we can see there's a big prompt. You can see the input is the output from the previous one, and then you have the output from this specific node on the right. So let's open up this prompt. See, it's a pretty big prompt, but don't worry about it. Basically, just saying you are a social media carousel content generator. Here's the topic provided by the user, and so this is the input that we're getting, which is the output from the ideas agent. So this is his idea. And then I say generate a 4-page carousel with the following specifications. So we have page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. Because the last page, if we go and check it out, just says share this post if you found it helpful. So we need content, we need a title here, we need an image prompt, We then need a title and a body, the same here and the same here. So that's what we're asking it to generate here. And now I've given it a specific, number of characters, etc., because you don't want it to overspill. So even to be fair, but check out this one here. These are a little bit longer than I would like. So you could just go here, back in, and change the number of characters, for example. But all this does is generates the page's content based on the idea that we have. We have that here, and it's connected to Gemini. I've just signed up with my Google Gemini API, and I'm using 2.5 Flash because that's fine for this level of detail that we're after. Now we see this structured output parser. Essentially, what it does is it makes sure that we get this information back in this exact format, and this is how we can systematize these carousels. We don't have to rely on what the AI agent thinks it should reply with. We're telling it exactly reply in this format, which is page, title, image prompt, then page, number, heading, body, and then again, and then again. Because then this will all line up perfectly for each of these. If I zoom right out, there you go. You see each of these here, because then we can drag and drop them so that they go to templated automatically. So we now have our output here, which is our title, image prompt, and then the page content. Now from the contents here, we want to first go and generate the image. So all we do is use the generate an image Gemini node. It has this prompt, which is this image prompt here, just drag and dropped over. And then I have minimalist, only the primary subject and their object in the image, white background, no text. Trying to give it some guardrails to ensure that it doesn't give me some futuristic crazy thing. Some degree of consistency, which I think, to be fair, it has done already. If we look, it's always this type of image, and if that's not your style, then don't worry, you just change the prompt and get something that's more your style. And then here we have the output, which we can view, and boom, there's the image. Now, once we have this image, we want to then upload it to Google Drive so that we can pass it into templated, because templated doesn't take an image, the API, it actually takes an image URL, so where the image actually is stored on the internet. And you do have a place that it's stored here, but it's local. So if we right click, you can actually copy the image address. And if we open up here, you can see the image here, but I have to be logged in. And the way you can test that, just a nice little trick, is if instead we go to new incognito tab, paste it in here, we can't get it. So we can't use that URL. We have to go and host this image somewhere. Easiest place to do it, Google Drive. So we've uploaded the file here to Google Drive. The name is just the date, time, stamp. And then the folder it's in is this LinkedIn carousel images. So if we open that up, these are all the ones that I've created so far. I was experimenting initially, as you can see, but generally they're capturing that similar vibe. These ones we had a prompt that was slipping through the net before I tweaked it, where there was a guy with a plant every single time. Anyway, so this here will go and upload your file. But the file then isn't accessible, so we have to share the file. We have to go and change it so that anyone can see it. Or well, that's the easiest way to do it. You could do it more strict, but these little images, if you can see it because you've guessed the URL and these are the URLs, well done. So it simply opens up the permissions so we can pass it now into templated. So templated here, all we have to do is connect up our templated account. And to do that, you just pass in your API key, which is super simple to get. If we go to app.templated.io, or to be fair, if you've never gone before, just go straight to templated.io, join with Google, and you'll get some free credits, free trial to start up. And from here now, you want to go and get your API key. Now we're using n8n. Here, it will go and tell you what to do. If you're wanting to use it an API, like as in just in code, you'll get it here. And then you'll see here that it already pre-populates my API key. So I'll delete this one before I publish this video to make sure that it's not publicly available. But it actually already gives you it there, which is cool. But I was going to show you in n8n, if you selected that, it will tell you how to do it here. But we can just simply go down here to get API key. And here it is here. And I'll copy that. and use that. And then when this video is done, I'll click regenerate so that you don't have it, because if you have it, you could use it and pretend to be me, and then I'll get charged, which is not ideal. So come here, paste it in, save, and boom, you're sorted. Now, if you don't have templated here, if it's a question mark, simply go to plus up the top right, and from here, search for templated. You'll see the official node will pop up, and here you can either install it. I'll need to update mine. Here we can go and either install, your button will be here or here, and that'll install templated. If you need any further help, just comment below or join my free skill community where I'll be giving away this workflow for free, and I'll help you there. Cool, so back to this. So we have templated, you've logged in, your node's cool, you've got your API key. Operation, we're going to create a render from template list. So we're going to use this one. You can have a bunch of templates. If we come back over to my templates here, I have three main ones. Three main ones that I was using. So this one was for thumbnails. I did have a tweet one as well, which I deleted when I was experimenting with MCP server. So I'll need to build that again. But you can simply come here and you can actually create new templates. Well, that's from the gallery. Use AI to generate them. You can import directly from Canva, from PDF, or you can just start blank. Now, if we check out the template gallery, you can see that they have a bunch of stuff. So it's not just for thumbnails or for carousels, but for literally any graphic design that you want, you can do it on autopilot now. And having this MCP server for Claude is next level crazy. You can create them and render them all from Claude, which we need to do a video about that. Anyway, back to this here. So you can see that the format we want is a PDF. Now for a LinkedIn carousel, it must be PDF to work. So you have to have one single PDF document like this and upload it. Otherwise, you'll have the problem when you have like a bunch of pictures where it'll say like +3 or whatever. You don't want that. You want it to be swipeable. So if I open up here my actual template in the editor, you can see on the right hand side we have a bunch of layers. Now these layers all identify an item or an object on the screen, so whether that's, the text here, image placeholder, etc, etc, as you can see. Now, so the layers here on this node correspond with the layers here. So we have image, and as you can see here, we have image layer, and we pass in the URL directly from the Google Drive here. Now we have the same thing for the title, we're passing in the text, but this time, let's go to say JSON, we're going to go and we're going to get that from the carousel agent, so we're passing that title in. And then we have heading 1, we're passing that in from here, etc, etc, right? And so we pass all of this directly into templated, who then goes away and renders it. Now you can go directly to templated, and we can go and actually see our renders directly in here. So these are all of the renders that I have done, as you can see, and you can come in then and you can open the template with this rendered data, or you can download it, or you can just click on it and pop it open and have a look as well. So we have this rendered now. What's next? Well, we have, if you noticed, a render for each page. We want all of these brought together. So we have get renders, which then gets all of these different renders and puts them in a big list. Because if we actually look at the output data from rendered, go into table format, we can see there's a URL and an ID for every single one that it's rendered. So this simply renders or aggregates these fields based on this render URL. So basically makes a list of these URLs from this table. Now we've got those, we want to merge them into a single PDF. Quick interjection, don't use this a PDF. Instead, I've gone and actually updated my nodes as I told you to do, and I can see here they have merge renders. I think they've always had it, I've just noticed it now. And inside merge renders we can add in the renders 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then we can just replace that here, so you don't have to worry about making a new account anywhere. Simply just use what templated provide and that will merge them all together. Now of course for the IDs in here, it's just the IDs that we're getting as the output from creating the renders. So there you go, back to the video. And then you pass in your file one page at a time. So we have, there's this one here, then we have the next one, etc. And each is denoted by the number it is in the list. And because it's an array, it starts at 0. So we have the 0th item, so like the one in slot 0, then 1, 2. I know that sounds like it doesn't make sense starting at 0, but it does. So it will then merge all that together and give you the output URL of the merged PDF. So now we have the merged PDF, the document. We're going to then go to the captions agent. Super simple, just write a detailed LinkedIn post, pass in this information, and then here it says you can search on Perplexity and use bullets and listicles. Be inspired by Justin Welsh and Stephen Bartlett. Now in here, of course, you could put in example posts that you like. So for example, for this guy's post here, say I really liked, the way it writes here, we could just copy this and paste it in, and use this as an example. And so the final one here is sending the email. So I've connected it to my Gmail account, sending it to my email with a subject, and then here is the email. So good morning, check out today's LinkedIn post, and I pass in the caption. Then the carousel, we pass in that URL and then look. Now for here as well, you'll see the email type is text, not HTML. If you do HTML, and here you can see like forward, or is it /n/n, that means new line. Now if you do this as HTML, it doesn't detect that as a new line, and so it will just give you all in one big, blob. But instead you want it new lines, so you do that. Cool, so then we'll have the email. Let's go see it here, and say we go and download this. Now simply, all we have to do, download that, and then here we want to start a post. So here we want to click more, add a document, choose a file, downloads, we'll add in this document here, give it a title, so we'll come back, let me do this. Let's actually just give it the title from the document. We'll paste that in there. There we go. You see it flicks through, looking good. Click done. And then for here, we want the caption. So we'll come and we'll get this. Paste that in. I would say that it's 90% there, but really you want your taste, your eye to double check this. But there we go. We can click post and then boom, we will now have our carousel. Let's view this post. Here's our caption. And here is our carousel. Boom. That simple. Oh, I'm well impressed. That's so good. So now you can have your brand consistently posting stuff that is on brand. So not just some infographic from Gemini, but like a legitimate on brand carousel every single day with this on like 90% autopilot. Now, if you wanted to make this full autopilot, you can go and instead of having email, you can use this here. Now, what these will do is they initialize a document upload so that you can upload the PDF. Then you upload the PDF, and then from there you can create a post. Now, to do this though, one problem which I've found is that you have to basically be an enterprise, or a solid business at least. They want for you to get access to the API. You have to authorize with an email, you have to have a privacy policy, you have to have an example of the app you're using for the API, you need to give them credentials so that they can come in and check it. It's a bit of a nightmare. It's taken me like a month just to get access to the API. And even still, I think it's better to do it this way because at least you're getting a bit of hands-on where you can actually understand what you're posting because you don't want to be posting AI slop. And there we go. No more wasting time on Canva. Use templated with n8n and put carousels on autopilot. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.